Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. My name's Ardil, and today we've got a very special guest. We've got our good friend Ciro from Petrolheadonism coming by, and I'm actually going to be going through a full workshop tour of exactly what we've got in. We've got classic cars, we've got Lamborghini Aventadors, we've got absolutely everything in today. So we're going to be doing a full tour of exactly what we've got on, what we've got going on in our workshop facilities here in Cambridge. Otherwise, stay tuned to the very end, guys. Hopefully you enjoy the video.
So me being Italian, obviously I'm drawn immediately to what's Italian, and already looking behind you, I can see 1, 2, 3 Italians. Adil's here to tell us a bit more about what they're doing with this gorgeous Alfa Romeo Spider. Do you even know what year this is?
No idea.
Hold on, let me check the reg. It's A reg, so that's got to be about 62, 63 maybe?
Before my time, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, and before mine. But mate, the interior on this is classic. What are you doing to this?
So customers, basically, we've actually done a Ferrari for him as well, but this car's come in because he wanted to keep it retro looking, but wanted better sound, but also a bit more functionality. So he's purchased a retro looking radio that's going to go into a stock location, but that also has been converted already to have Bluetooth, but also we're going to be adding a chrome antenna to fit with the factory look, but also wanted some speakers in the car because there's no stock speakers in the car currently. So we're adding some underneath the dash, so you're not going to see anything, but you're going to have a little bit more sound, but Bluetooth, a bit more sort of functionality.
I've got a couple of 60s classic Fiats, and they didn't come with anything at all. It was bare minimum. It wasn't even something you can add as factory, so I love that sound. But this is amazing because you're going to bring it up to date with the audio.
Yep.
Give them that facility and functionality of USB, Bluetooth. Yep. But keep it retro. So it will just look really good. When he's showing us off at car shows, etc., nobody's going to give him a lot of flack because chrome antenna, everything.
Yeah, so everything's done. Obviously, we're doing some chrome switches underneath dash, tidying up all the electrics as well because it's a little bit kind of not neat underneath there. So we're tidying everything up, just making sure everything's all as it should be, properly installed, properly all cable tied up, neat and tidy up behind the scenes as well. Nice. So it's a little bit of kind of diagnostic, making sure everything is working all right as it should electrically, and just neatening everything up behind the scenes as well. So, but it's one of those things that people want a classic look sometimes, and we kind of just tailor every system to each customer. So if they want classic, we do classic.
Wicked. No, so he's going to be running around this summer playing Mrs. Robinson really loud in his drop top Alfa Romeo. While we're here, we're going to go to that other Italian over there. Yep. It's another drop top, well, Spider, and it's the 355 Spider. Now, this was here last time we were here filming, and it's coming together.
We've actually, as of 3 days ago, we got sound, which is a massive step in terms of the system. It takes quite a while to get to that stage, but once we're there, it absolutely rocks. We've actually done, this is actually pretty much a world's first. In terms of some of the elements that we've done. So main thing we've done is put an Audison Thesis tweeter in a stock location. Yeah. So that was a lot of work to get into there. So full dashboard's been removed, and we've actually 3D printed a full bracket basically to retain factory bolt positions behind the dash, but add a massive tweeter behind a stock location. So
the 3D printing was something we looked at last time as well, and it does give you, again, that facility to literally make anything. But what I do really like is it's factory mounting points, and you follow, from other things I've seen, the factory wiring, looms, etc., to keep things as stock as possible.
Yeah, but it also means that if anyone else is working on the car, servicing it or whatever, they can see our wiring alongside it. They know it makes sense, it's logical, and that's the thing, behind the scenes it's all logical, but generally speaking...
The amount of times I've seen wiring and like you can see the stereo wires just going across. Yeah. In fact, my truck had wiring in, which was speaker wires for the horn, which didn't make any sense. But like you say, other people work on the car in the future. What you're offering is a really professional job. You've got the soundproofing, you've got the fitting, everything. So it's as it would be from the factory if it had been done this way.
It never would have been done this way.
I've heard this sound and it's amazing in that cockpit. Phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. We're literally, this even amazed us on when we listened to it, to how good this actually sounds. So we've got an 8-inch sub there was basically no location for a sub. Customers' one request was get me a sub in the vehicle, and we've managed to do it. It's the most custom and weird shaped sub box that we've ever built, but it takes up zero room. You can't see it, so it won't be visible at all. There's a trim panel that will go around it, so you're not going to see it at all, but it absolutely rocks.
So cue to the B-roll with the music and listen to that sound right now. So we've come over to the extended area of Cambridge Car Audio. That's how busy they've been and how big the business is growing now. Another couple of retrofits going on here with the Toyota Celica and the Range Rover. I found a deal. He's busy in here on this 1990 HRO in Range, and it's stripped out. You can see soundproofing going in. What are you doing to this?
So this car has actually come all the way from Bristol to us, and customer was after basically upgrading sound, but again, as a stock look. So we've fully soundproofed the vehicle to make the vehicle quieter, but also build a better acoustic environment inside the car and stop any rattles. But the roof's been done, floor's been done. The interior is actually out at a different company at the moment, having a full colour change, because he wanted that modified once it was out. But he's having new amplifiers, speakers. So what we're doing just now is tuning the amplifier, setting it all up ready so it's safe and ready to go when the speakers come in, to bed in for when the speakers come in.
This is going to be unreal compared to any other 1990 Range Rover. It's going to sound good. It's going to be a phenomenal ride. And yeah, whoever owns this, you're going to love this. So I've been following the socials at Cambridge Car Audio. You can see them on YouTube at Cambridge Car Audio, but there's one very special vehicle that's been in, it's been stripped out, and I'm blown away by the level of work that's gone into this. It is the Lamborghini Aventador Roadster, and I've never seen a Lamborghini this stripped out. Even when I go to the Lamborghini service centres for my own car a few years ago, I've never seen this happen. So I'm interested to find out more. Adil?
So, Lamborghini. So these, what we're just finishing off at the moment, getting ready to be trimmed, are custom A-pillars. So they're actually going to house something called an Alderson Thesis tweeter. Because the stock location doesn't allow for the size of the tweeter or the quality of the tweeter that we're going to be putting in. So the stock tweeter is basically right on top of here. To get one of these panels out, that screw there requires the dashboard to be removed. So it's fully stripped out currently, most of all to get to that. But basically, these are put on axis, so they're going to be driver focused in terms of sound. We've also added into a stock location the Thesis woofers inside the door. The other thing is, you'll see on your side a little bit better, you'll see it kind of curves upwards slightly, the speakering. Reason for that is it's actually directed into the car a lot better, gives a lot better mid-bass into the vehicle, so it's kind of directed to the driver again. We're also adding an 8-inch sub into between the seats, which is really nice. Again, everything goes into a stock location. So like the speaker rings, for instance, for the doors, the screw positions that you see, they're actually gone into a stock location as well. Same with
the amount of times you use the word retrofit and stock location and factory resemblance, etc., is phenomenal, because that is what I think pulls you out of the crowd and makes you unique in terms of what you do. For this absolutely scares me. If you did this to my Lambo, I'd be worried I'd have like a Christmas tree or lights on my dash or something. But you're telling me this is all going to go back in?
Yeah, without a rattle as well.
Wow.
So the thing is, whenever we're removing any trim panel, so obviously as you can see on a couple of the screws, there's a couple of loose screws in there, but put in the factory position, so nothing gets missed. So when you see here, there's a screw position there, right? That's to make sure we don't lose anything. Everything goes back into the position it came from. Yeah. So whenever we reassemble, every screw, every clip goes back to where it was. The other thing is any trim panel that could potentially cause us an issue with a rattle. So like you get little clips inside doors. Yeah. They actually get taped before they go back on. So then there's no resonation, no rattles in that clip. Because obviously it's plastic. It doesn't, generally speaking, it won't break when we take it off because we do it professionally.
Yeah,
but
of course.
Obviously it's plastic, it becomes more brittle. So when we tape it back up to basically, as we push back in, it stops it rattling around and it makes it a firmer, solid door attachment to the actual car itself. So like every element is thought about on when we're reassembling.
Amazing, you have to. For me, I always remember when I was like 16 at my uncle's garage, he used to fix up Minis, etc. And there was always a little pot of screws and bolts that were left over at the end of it. And it was like, put into the bigger pot, and you wonder, where did that come from? What's actually rattling and what's loose on the car now?
Nice,
but, mate, obviously, to have this level of vehicle and to be able to do what you are doing to it, and it's going to be unique, and the sound's going to be amazing. You've grown a lot in the last couple of years, and how does it feel as a business?
It's immense, and sometimes generally speaking, whenever someone comes around, like you came by today, every time anyone comes by, I always like to give them a full tour. Just show them around what we're doing, show them around the premises. And the other day I was showing around some of the systems that we're doing to someone. And I took a minute, just pause for a minute. I was like, wow, that is like what we've actually achieved as a company, as a team is incredible. Like the expansion, we're now at an 11,000 square foot unit. We were, in 2017, I was in a 1,500 square foot unit. The expansion's been massive, but the team has stayed so solid and pulling out all the stops to get cars like this in, but also literally, I love it that I can pretty much promise anything and we can achieve it. Wow. And that's the really nice thing, that our team can just deliver on literally anything we put our mind to.
And to strip this out, you said was like half a day. To strip it out and make sure everything's where it should be. I can see the seats are over there. Everything's protected and kept, you know, so you know where it all is.
So the other thing is, on the first Lambo that we ever did, it took around about 2 days to do this same strip down. So this time, now we've done a lot more of them. This was literally about half a day.
So the next one that's in is going to be literally stripping it out for breakfast.
Yep, basically.
That's how it goes. Now, Adil, like you just said, sometimes you just have to stop, think about what you're doing, and you realise what you're achieving, because sometimes you can get 3-4 years into something and forget everything you've achieved along the way.
Yeah.
And it's so important to be able to actually stop sometimes, have a look around, and the level of cars you've got in today compared to last time is already a step up. But I was blown away last time, and I'm even more blown away this time. So hopefully one day soon, I'll be able to bring a little toy for you to work on.
Yep, and then we'll do the same to send you some pictures.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Petrolheadonism at Cambridge Car Audio for another recent catch-up with our good sponsors and friends here. I look forward to coming back and seeing this car when it's finished. I hear that there's another amazing piece coming in very soon for a very high-profile individual. And as I said, one of my cars will be coming here very soon for the Target Blue White.
Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, guys. You've seen some of the very, very special cars that we've got in at the moment, but also some of the very special systems that we're doing as well to them. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, but also please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. But also Petrolheadonism Club and Ciro also have their own YouTube channel, so please don't forget to go check them out too. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.